that low that's starting across areas near the Carolinas is going to be pumping in a lot of that moisture across the Atlantic. Out farther into the southeast, that low pressure we're talking about here, gusty winds for the Carolinas, windy conditions, beach hazard statements in place or out there. Sunday, high temperatures will still be 80s for Wichita. So yeah, 95 if you're out into those thunderbirds out into Charlotte, North Carolina. And you can see how different that forecast is there compared to rain and storm activity there across the Carolinas. Along the I-25 corridor, through our Saturday, we will be watching those thunderstorms dipping across the plains here. So make sure you have multiple ways to get alerts. Make sure you're prepared for those gusty wind and potentially larger hailstones. I want to bring Cassie back in because we're still talking some of the topics for you to make sure you're prepared for the season ahead.
Yes, we already. One of our top weather headlines that we had earlier this week was actually a typhoon out in the western Pacific. The reason we were talking about it is because it came very close to the island of Guam, which is a U.S. territory. Thankfully, it went through what we call an eyewall replacement cycle and wobbled right before it got to the island, just north of Guam, but still they're feeling the impact from that typhoon. It is honestly beautiful out there on the satellite. It is a super typhoon, one of the strongest storms we've had so far this year anywhere on the planet at this point. They're at 165 miles, not that good, 165 miles per hour right there, which is down from where it was. It was up at about 180 a few days ago. It is moving to the west northwest tonight, and it does look like it might weaken a little bit before it gets anywhere close to any kind of land, but it will be pushing out some big swells for Taiwan as we go into the middle of the coming week. Now, as far as Guam is concerned, it's the strongest typhoon to affect Guam in many years. It's more than 95% of residents are without power at this point. And we did see up to 28 inches of rain. And again, the center passed just to the north of the island. That's the important thing that we try to reiterate when we talk about tropical cyclones. Don't worry about that forecast for where the center is supposed to go. Just worry about how the impacts outside of that could affect your area. That's the important thing to worry about. We do have an area of low pressure off of the southeast coast Tom is referring to. We have rain and cool temperatures across the southeast. Not expected to develop into a tropical system. Again, the impacts will be felt.
Go back to your thing.
When you download the Kroger app, you have easy access to savings every day and personalized coupons sent straight to your phone. Save big today when you download the Kroger app. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Fills the air for the 2023 Trans Am Road Racing season, where Corvette, Camaro, Cadillac, and Mustang battle for American muscle car supremacy. The live race action of the Trans Series TV. Tune in under only on Trans Am. Now TV on Blue TV.
They say patience is a virtue. But for some things, we can't wait. A community forged through passion. Together, we ride.
This is Power Nation.
Whoa! The next big channel is here. It's Tiny House Nation. The base for 24/7, all day, every day. Non-stop Tiny.
I love that idea.
With a hit show that started it all. Tiny House Nation. Plus Tiny House Talking.
Wow.
And Tiny House World.
I can really see myself there.
So join me and get ready for Tiny every day of the week on Tiny House Nation.
So clipping ever so slightly into portions of Wyoming, but mostly going to be out to South Dakota and into Nebraska. For today, the biggest threat, though, is going to be the potential to see strong winds, to see some more large hail. But an isolated tornado can be ruled out across our eastern portions of Wyoming, even just east of Cheyenne, south of Rapid City. Heavy rain also going to be a concern here. So on top of those severe weather threats, we could see heavy rain combined with the snowmelt leading into areas of flood concern. So Great Falls to Miles City, north of the Canadian border, we've got a slight risk of excessive rain. The rest of us, 1 out of 4, Salmon, Missoula, Cody, out through Rapid City and Cheyenne. The rest of us, a level 1 out of 4, Salmon, Missoula, Cody, out through Rapid City and Cheyenne. Some more isolated net threat that's still possible. Here's the timeline of these storms as we head into this afternoon. We will be seeing numerous storms working through Montana. Again, not all of them expected to be severe as we head closer to the northern plains. That's where some of those severe thresholds are really going to be found. Monday afternoon, more thunderstorms have group. Even though you're not anticipating those severe risks, you still see some small hail and some frequent lightning, general thunderstorms in the area. Forecast accumulation looking to be about 1 to 3 inches. More generally speaking, about an inch of rain for everyone here. Billings, 71 is the average in the 80s for your Monday and Tuesday. Glasgow, Montana, get a bit of a break in that rainfall Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We've got more thunderstorms in place for Thursday, Friday. Forecast wise, it's the Pacific Northwest. It's a little bit quieter. You're not going to be dealing with as much of this storm activity, especially closer to coast. But as we look farther inland, you will be dealing with some showers and storms by Sunday morning. Things are quiet by the afternoon. We build in a couple of those isolated storms across the portion of eastern Oregon. Yet again, quiet for your Monday morning, and then more of those thunderstorms will be possible Monday afternoon for those of you in Oregon. The amount of rainfall is also going to be just about an inch, but some spots could be getting closer to 2 to 3 inches. Temperature-wise, a little bit warmer the next couple of days, but if you're in Seattle, it'll be closer to average by Tuesday. Let's take care of this south now. Jack has a closer look at your southwestern forecast.
All right, thanks so much, Tabon. As we do take a look there, this is from Big Hotwood Canyon in Utah. Snow on the mountains there, and those cloudy conditions. And we have been seeing rain. We've been seeing storms in portions of the southwest. Severe threat is going to be in the plains, rain and storms around in Southern California. You are looking pretty good. So as we do take a look, this is a clear for severe, but the further east you get from Denver, Clippy, Colorado Springs, Pueblo, Trinidad, we're going to have that potential for some of those strong storms for today. So again, this is going to be an event daytime heating, really helping spark these showers and thunderstorms by this evening. They're going to be around, so just know any of those is going to have that potential for storms by Sunday afternoon. You can see to the north of Interstate 70 there, Utah, and then along I-25 into the east, you have that potential for some of those strong storms. And then Monday, you do it again. This is all along the trough of low pressure that's helping to keep the atmosphere not stable, and so it's going to allow for those storms to continue to develop with daytime heating, just enough spark and energy to get things going. We can see isolated pockets of heavy rain with this. Excessive rainfall is going to be isolated to the west of I-25. Still have some of those flood alerts that are in place, and for the rising river streams, creeks, snowmelt, and then overnight lows tonight, lots of those 40s and 50s. Denver 29 for tomorrow, Lee's Monday and Tuesday. Salt Lake City, lots of those 80s. As we take a look a little further south, there is that trough, and that's impacting. You can see New Mexico, eastern New Mexico, western Texas, from Clovis to Roswell, Carlsbad, and then in Texas, Amarillo, Lubbock, seeing those storms push through. Sunday morning starts out dry, but I think we're understanding the pattern as this pesky trough continues to linger. More storms will develop along that again for Sunday afternoon, and then by Monday afternoon, we're still seeing some of those storms around. So it's pretty active. Rainfall upwards of about 2 inches possible. Excessive rainfall. If you're in Clovis or Lubbock, you're going to see the higher isolated rainfall amounts, and that means that you can see flooding potential. It's going to be there. Flooding happen in some of these storms, so make sure you're cautious of that. Overnight lows tonight, 40s, 50s, and 60s. In Albuquerque, upper 80s to 90 on a Tuesday. Flagstaff, low 70s. Phoenix, upper 90s. As we take a look at Northern California, we act with those showers and thunderstorms for this afternoon and into Nevada there. And then by Sunday, we start to see things taper off a tad bit, but Sunday afternoon, more showers and thunderstorms with your daytime heating. And then Monday afternoon, a few more, especially in those higher elevations. You can see some of those storms and those showers. Rainfall amount of an inch or less, still a few alerts that will be around overnight lows 40s, 50s, 60s. In Redding, you'll see those mid to low 80s. When you'll see lots of those 70s. Southern California, not a ton of precipitation going on. Things look pretty good. Overnight lows tonight will be in the 60s, 70s, and 50s. And Las Vegas, so those 90s. Flagstaff, again, low 70s. Bakersfield, 80 degrees. We'll be right back. We're going to have your top weather headlines coming up next.
quality at lower than low prices with Kroger brand products, it feels like you're winning. Find the proven quality you love at lower than low prices with Kroger brand products. Only at Kroger. Kroger, fresh one.
Exclusively on MEF TV. The roar of Big Detroit Beat and Iron fills the air for the 2023 Trans Am Road Racing, where Corvette, Camaro, Cadillac, and Mustang battle for American muscle car supremacy. MEF TV has all the live race action of the Trans Am Series Memorial Day weekend only on Pluto TV. Tune in on your home for all things Trans Am. MEF TV on Pluto TV.
They say patience is a virtue. But for some things, we can't wait.
A community forged through passion. Together, we ride. This is our nation. Whoa!
Because not good weather. We are going to talk about, though, how long this is going to impact Carolinas coming up in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, how that could impact your Memorial Day weekend plans, but other areas outside of Southeast also may need to keep that radar.
That's right. So let's head to the radar right now as we do take a look. And nationally, we've got a little bit of everything going on. Some folks aren't seeing much of anything, others are. But let us head to Colorado, where we are seeing a little severe thunderstorm warning. This is what we have been continuing to track. You get with daytime heating, these storms that just pop up. They dump a heavy rain. They have nasty windy conditions with this. And so we are, again, seeing some of the stronger storms. There's the velocity, a little bit of hail possible with this as well. So we have that potential for gusty winds in this. There's a little bit of lightning. This is going to be for Crowley County, Colorado. That's going to be until 2:15. So again, we do have that severe thunderstorm warning in places, not a highly populated area, but all the way Crowley, you need to make sure you're seeking shelter with this as the storm continues through. As we zoom out, we're also seeing we've got a little red box down here. Turn back on the roof. This is going to be a flash flood warning. This is for San Miguel, New Mexico. So this is going to be until 4:45. Again, we are getting very isolated, heavy rainfall. This can lead to flash flooding. Streams, creeks can rise rather quickly. Some of those burn scars. So just make sure if you are in that county, if you're in San Miguel, New Mexico, you want to make sure, New Mexico, you want to make sure that you are seeking shelter with, or going to higher grounds, I should say, with that flash flood warning. Also seeing some of those showers and thunderstorms continuing to develop in Texas, where we are seeing a lot of lightning with these just to the east of Lubbock and then to the west of Killeen. So again, the showers and thunderstorms are continuing as we do head to Mississippi. We're seeing some of those showers and thunderstorms along Interstate 55. As we head up north, though, we do have that area of low pressure, but it's actually a pretty nice day in the northeast. There's not a lot to track. Northwest also expecting some of those hit or miss showers and thunderstorms, pretty widespread. We do have a flash flood warning for Okanagan County, Washington. That's going to be until 2:30. Let's head, though, to the coast and Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, where Cassie's going to track this low pressure.
Yeah, look at those folks out there on the boardwalk right now. Got the rain jacket on, the hood up, and otherwise, not a lot of folks out there at Dirty Don's Oyster Bar and Grill, mostly because it's probably a little bit on the chilly side there. Temperatures in the 50s and 60s with the system coming in. So we've been talking about why is this not a tropical storm? at this point because it sure as heck looks like one when you look at it on the radar. Well, a couple of things. It has to do with the structure of it. A tropical system, fully tropical, is what we call a warm core system. It has warm temperatures up through the middle of it. This started as a cold core system. It may become a little bit more of a hybrid in post-analysis. The Hurricane Center may go back and find that. But it has a cold front attached to it, and it's bringing cooler air in with it as it moves on shore. It's unpleasant to be out there at the coast right now between the cooler temperatures, the clouds, the rain, and the wind. And it's not nice to be out there anyway, especially at the beach. And we don't recommend that anybody go in the water at this point because of the dangerous currents that we have because of those very strong winds. There's also potential for some surge with that strong onshore flow that we're going to have. So water levels are going to be rising in places near Charleston and up to near Wilmington. And then you have the heavy rain that comes that also may add some flooding concerns. But first with the wind sustained, or gusting I should say, at Bowie, the buoy just offshore from Savannah at 45 miles per hour. You see those darker colors right there. That's in that 50 to 55 mile per hour range. And onshore in Beaufort in Georgia, 46 mile per hour wind gusts. Hilton Head, 45. Piney Island, North Carolina, 41 mile per hour wind gusts. Charleston has 37 mile per hour wind gusts so far. And those winds do extend inland. So that's why we have wind advisories in effect Sunday for 45 mile per hour gusts in Alaska and then right close to Santa. So the strongest way to move inland as we go through the rest of the night tonight and tomorrow morning, we're going to dying down later in the day on Sunday. As that low, you lose a little bit of its strength, but again, it's still pumping in plenty of moisture, so keeping the scattered showers, the clouds around, and that could lead to record cold after highs today and tomorrow across this region. Meanwhile, out in the west, we're not talking about record cool or heat, but that heat is fueling storms.
Yeah, the heat definitely fuel. You can see all of the storms brewing. And New Mexico yesterday, Encino saw 3-inch hail. And when you get those tall, towering cumulus clouds, that's letting you know there's a lot going on in the atmosphere. You get very strong updrafts, and that can help create some of this very large hail. Fort Davis, Texas, saw 1.75-inch hail. We do have that severe weather alerts, or thunderstorm watch. That's going to be until 8 o'clock. Tucumcari, Clovis, Roswell, you are in that. And we have that severe weather outlook for today in general with the tornado potential that will be there. Large hail is possible in this afternoon and evening. You really want to watch for those thunderstorms because they can get to severe limits. And of course, we'll be tracking it for you. We'll continue to keep you updated. We'll be right back. We're going to have your East Regional forecast that is coming up next.